Example 2. So there's a bunch of different story problems here that we're going to take a look at. Write an inequality to represent each situation. We're not going to do this direction here, 5 points in the number. We're going to actually just graph these things. We're going to do the whole thing because I think you guys are able to. I think once you see it, you'll be like, yeah, I could have definitely done that. So here, it says we're going to look at A first. So we're looking at this guy here. The length of a piece of wire, L, is longer than 20 1/4 of feet. So it's not exactly 20, it's 20 1/4. So where do I put that on a number line? What it's telling me 1/4 is I can divide this increment from 20 to 21. I can divide it in half, and then I can divide those halves in halves, and then I'd have fourths. So 20 1/4 is not going to be halfway. It's going to be closer to the 20 side, right? So the length of a piece of wire L is longer than 20 1/4. So could it equal 20 1/4? No, it has to be longer. So we've got L that is going to be longer than 20 1/4. And if you don't like the fraction, hopefully you all know that 1/4 is 0.25. So I have 20 and 0.25, and if it's going to be longer, here's what the thing that we're adding to this. I can start picking a bunch of different numbers that are longer than 25, but to indicate all the possible solutions, all I do from this open dot that we have is I create a line. So any point that I pick on this line, and this is an extended arrow that would say it would go on to like 100, 200, it would just keep going, right? All those numbers are going to be bigger than 20.25. Okay. Now here, B, we have the number of students S is at most 30. So S is not bigger than, is at the most. So it could equal 30. This is why I don't like using the variable S. It looks like a 5. Sorry, this is an S. S is less than or equal to 30. So here, I had an open dot on this one. I know I didn't draw it great, but it was an open dot. Here, I have a closed dot at 30. And we'll talk about what's the difference between an open dot and a closed dot. We'll talk about that here in a sec, but maybe you're starting to see the pattern. But all numbers less than, well, 29, 28, 27, those will all be less than. So just test. In order to know which way does my arrow go, does my arrow go this way or does it go this way? Test a point. Like, is 30 less than 0 or is 31 less than 30? No. But is 29? Yeah. So then I know I'm going to go this direction with my arrow. Okay. So the total cost of pizza C will be at least $8. So our cost is going to be greater than or equal to $8. At the lowest or at the least, it's going to be $8, but it's going to be more than that. All right, so here I have a closed dot, and then numbers that are greater than 8 go this way. Now, last one, Zoe's age Z is not 11 years old. So Zoe does not equal 11. So I put an open dot at 11. That's telling me you cannot equal this number, but you can equal anything bigger and anything less than that number. Just make sure Zoe is not 11. So now, what do you think this open dot means? And what do you think a closed dot means? We'll get to that in our next slide.